Okay, cool. Yeah, it's recording. I wish that YouTube would go back to the old Hangouts format because it was just I actually knew how to use that to like go live. Um, then again, I also need to actually get into the habit of actually recording video so that I can edit and upload and everything. I don't want to learn editing software, but anyway, welcome to. This is actually like more of the going to be more of a blog episode of my channel. I can't flip the camera around once I start recording, and so just when I tell you, you just might want to just flip to another tab and do something, and then just have this as a audio thing in the background because the the visuals may be just all over the place. So anyway, the audio portion of this starts now in 3, 2, 1. Okay, yes. Hello and welcome to the Imperial Nerfherder podcast. Most because right now I'm just watching my dog. Hey, Mary. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm also recovering slightly from I have situational paralysis for my diaphragm because I have back spasm. That's part of what I'm accounting for in my current build, by the way, that I'll be talking about. But because of the way that the muscle spasms, it pinches a nerve and paralyzes my diaphragm partially, so it's hard for me to breathe. I was finally able to release that, and so getting the initial head rush of being able to actually get enough oxygen. So let's see. We have the hulkbuster is actually back in process. I'm working on what you call it, the 3D modeling right now. Well, technically the model is already done. I'm taking the Pepakura pattern and I'm actually getting everything sorted. It's mostly just because the way the body divided up and everything, and just how much of it. I have to go through this whole process where once I have all of the parts on the grid that I'm working with, and then I just start putting them into the squares on the grid. Each square is one sheet of paper. So I know what my useful area is. And so I'm arranging the parts for that. And just because, like, sometimes you get really lucky and you'll go and you group them the way that I do. And you can go and you can really just kind of start, taking from the corner and just moving it in there. And then just kind of imagine a rectangle. And as you go, it kind of just like eats in from the corner diagonally across and down. And as I get more, I can take the remaining and kind of like just push it up against the square that I'm already worked out and just keep doing that, building it up at the border. With the way that this torso went, on the other hand, oh God, that was it's got like this little mix of like big pieces and little pieces and everything. I can't get a coherent, and just the way that they grouped, I can't see lines. I can't actually like pick some sort of boundary that I can visualize to work from. And so I had to spend a bit of time just getting everything into a coherent block to work from that I can actually move up to where it is that I'm working from, so that I can start doing what it is that I normally do from there. So, but now that we've got that settled, I can actually get back to sorting the pieces and actually arranging them on the print grid. And then from there, let's see, I've got the right boot done, the right thigh done, so the right leg, the entire right arm, the hand, the forearm, and the bicep. And so now I'm working on the torso, which is a substantial piece of effort. Once I get that sorted, then I have just depending on just just which one I grab, because I've got the pieces in groups where if you were to go and you were to look at how it is that I had it laid out, you would be able to recognize, oh, okay, if this is supposed to be a suit, so yeah, I can see it. These are the boots, these are the thighs, this is the cod piece, this is the torso. You could actually it's relayed out in a recognizable form. So just depending on just whether I decide to get the helmet out of the way after this because it's there, or to do the torso next, it doesn't really matter because I actually I'm also setting my build order as well, so it's just really a matter of how I'm doing that. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I also had my arms crossed and I was constricting my chest, so that was. Because when it's loosening up, I have to actually constrict that. It's also something that's a feature that I have to actually put into my armors. I need to be able to actually do that because it's actually like a emergency support feature. The whole thing started off with me trying to do this an assistive mobility frame. And then I realized that there's just a lot of people, like too many companies are already too far ahead. So I'm like, okay, how can I actually make mine? How can I actually make mine what it is that is going to be, interesting or worthwhile or whatever? And so part of what I'm doing now, also, I'm actually kind of glad it's like this because I've got some ideas for a display, at least for my computer projects and everything. Kind of just seeing the HoloLens and how it works, the Vive, the Oculus Rift, and others. So I'm like, okay, and there are cameras small enough where they can put the camera there for tracking, on everything. And then from all of this here would be 3 pixel grids, red, blue, and green, with the laser projectors. Or even just basically, any Pico projector, you could line it up pixel by pixel. And if I'm right, you can use the photons to do kind of an e-ink thing. So, we'll see from that. I don't know how e-ink actually works in terms of what it's capable of and everything. I know that it's, black or white right now. I don't know if that's the nature of the material or if you can do something like that with in manufacturing. So I also have mild aphasia, so I'm trying to actually get my mouth to start forming words. So anyway, so I'm actually I'm waiting to talk to some people because I know how to do the frame for it and everything else as well. I'm going to actually have it freestanding, and so I've gotten some good slide locks and everything else. So it's going to be once I actually get to the point of being able to build the internal frame, which I've already got a lot of the plywood to build the internal frame and everything. I'm going to be actually using a variation of James Bruton's internal frame. There you go, man. Alright, yeah, I'm going to be using a variation of James Bruton's internal frame. He has access to 3D printer and everything, so I'm trying to do something like where I can try to, I have an oil cap, and I found something that's pretty suitable socket for it, so I can actually do the alignment pins that he did on his. Alright, cool. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Just wanted to actually get some progress notes, and then I'm actually, because I've got some really impressive stuff coming up. So, anyway, thank you for continuing to watch with this, and I need to, if you're watching the video, please comment whether or not I should do the baton, the disc, or the portal gun next.